Okay, we're in the Nassau, Bahamas. We are outside of our hotel. It's a little after 12 a.m. There's our Marriott Marquis way up there. And right off of the Times Square, this thing, definitely bright. What do you think, Elijah? We're on Times Square.
This is cool.
This is cool?
So amazing.
Awesome. Pretty sweet. And right up there is where the fall comes down. Amazing.
Here comes Elijah. He wanted to be like the movie Elf. There you go. Come on. You're not getting out?
So pretty much here at the hotel, you've got all these street level, theater, the view, hotel main lobby, which is 8, restaurants and lounges, fitness center on 23. And we are actually on floor 25. So what's cool is it tells you your elevator P, which is right over here somewhere. Oh, right there, actually. All right, we just got to our hotel, right off Times Square, New York, the New York Marriott Marquis, and it's kind of cool. Really, really high up. I don't know if I can show this. Way down there. So pretty big hotel, pretty nice. And then I'll just bring you into our room. So nice bathroom. And then when you walk in, pretty sweet. Got a king bed, a little pull-out sofa over there, which we're actually supposed to have 2 separate rooms, where they kind of messed that up. That's okay. It's got a sweet TV. And then right over here, when we open up our blinds, there is Times Square. Pretty awesome. Huge buildings here. Way down there. What do you think, Elijah? Hey.
This is cool.
How cool is that?
Way cool.
You remember Times Square from the movies?
Yes.
Pretty sweet. And a nice room. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
This is pretty sick.
Pretty sick?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, so I figured I'd just kind of cruise around here on the hotel and give you kind of a snapshot of the place. There is literally a ton of floors to this place. It's got the, overlooking elevators where you can look down at the lobby. They go really fast, my ear's popping them. Nice big hallways. Just a sweet setup. Right down there's the, exercise room that overlooks Times Square, which is really cool. We'll take a look at that here in a sec. Okay, so I'm right outside the workout room, or fitness center, I guess is the technical term. And I'll go in there and take a look at that. But right outside the fitness center, all the way down there is the lobby. It's got this sweet glass wall around it. And of course there's the rooms. And I honestly don't know how many levels there is, but it's pretty sweet. It's also really cool. It's got the, the metal grating, I guess, between the rooms or between the levels, just because I guess that's, that's gonna be a lot safer too, so. Kind of a cool feature, especially when you have a little kid running around. All right, I'm in the fitness center here. Just kind of wanted to show this place off because it's got an amazing setup, all sorts of machines, treadmills, stair climbers, anything you can think of. Okay, inside the fitness center, when you look out the window, right down there, you can kind of see Times Square. It's a sweet lookout area while you're running on the treadmill. Pretty cool. The elevators are really sweet because when you pick your floor, it'll pop up on here and tell you which elevator it's going to be. And it's going to be one of these letters here. I didn't catch the video on that part, but it's kind of neat. If you stare here, you'll notice that. So I'm hoping I can get one of these that overlooks the lobby. All right, finally I was able to get an elevator to show this. It's pretty sweet how fast these things go. They're really high and open. I actually felt my ears pop, which is kind of crazy. Elijah, what do you think?
This is awesome.
You like them?
Yeah.
It's sweet. Yeah, it goes down quite a ways.
Oh my gosh.
And on the main lobby, you've got all the shops and vending machines and everything else. It's really cool. I've been real impressed with the hotel. It's real nice. We got a nice room that overlooks Times Square. My only issue that I have with them is we booked this a year ago. And of course, the pictures they have are pretty generic on their website, so it doesn't really show you a lot. But we explained to the lady what we wanted, and a year ago, and she actually dropped the ball. And we showed up. We were supposed to have like a separate living room area and a separate bedroom with a king bed, and it was all in one room. So I advise if you book your hotel here, which you definitely won't, you won't be disappointed with, but I would definitely advise making sure you get what you want. I mean, I would call them ahead after you book it. I would talk to them, get a manager or something, just to make sure that doesn't happen to you, because that was kind of a bummer. But even then, the room is pretty awesome. The service is great. Definitely a nice place. One really cool thing about the Marquis here in New York City is inside the hotel they have a FedEx office. How cool is that? I don't think I've ever seen that in a hotel. So, now also down on level 8 with the main lobby, there is a restaurant down here. It overlooks Times Square back there. Really nice, peaceful setup. It's not all busy and rocking, but you can sit down over here and relax. Check out the views of the hotel. Way up there. All right, so we actually promised you that we were going to leave some tips for the Marriott Marquis in New York City on Times Square. So we had a few tips for you that we wanted to just kind of explain. We actually have 4 of them. So pretty cool.
Yeah, our tip number 1 is the entrance and how you get into the hotel. Okay, we've never been to New York City before, of course, never been to Times Square before. So I don't know, just in my mind, I kind of pictured you pull up to Times Square and you're gonna see the Marriott Marquis, and then there's gonna be an entrance. So when we arrived, it was like 11 p.m. at night, it's dark. We have the, our Uber driver, he takes us and he drops us off on a street and goes, here you go, we're here. And I'm like looking around and we're right off Times Square and it's 11 p.m. at night and I'm like, I don't see a hotel. And so I just wanted to let you know that there's not like how I had envisioned in my head, just like an entrance like right off Times Square. It's way too busy, they couldn't do that. So what they did instead is pretty cool, is they had like a driveway almost built underneath the building, like on the main street. So off of like 45th Street and 46th Street, it connects underneath the building, this little drive-through. You actually walk underneath into that, and that's where the entrance of the hotel is, and like these little turnstile doors. So you go through there, and then inside there's like a security guard desk, and then there's the elevators. And then, part of this tip too is then we got inside and then we're like, okay, there's still no hotel. So you go in and you actually have to go to the elevators, and you have to go to this little screen and put in where you're trying to go. And then when you put in where you're trying to go, it assigns you an elevator. And there's a whole bunch of elevators that go around in a circle. So then it'll say like L1 or something.
Yeah, so don't freak out when you're looking at them.
Yeah, we were like, how do we find this hotel? So then it assigns you like L1. So then you walk around, you find the elevator called L1 or whatever. And then that one will be able to take you wherever you want it to go. And I think the actual entrance of the hotel, if I can remember right, I think is actually on the 8th floor. So to even get to the hotel, you're gonna have to go in there and then actually go to the 8th floor. So just kind of help you so you're not like me when you get there going, I don't see a hotel.
Right.
So that's my tip number 1.
Yeah, good. And tip number 2 is gonna be the View restaurant. We didn't eat there, but everyone raves about it. And it's the only revolving restaurant in New York City.
How cool is that?
So really awesome. And you're talking revolving restaurant on Times Square. So, I mean, the views have got to be great. So check that out. We like I said, we didn't go to the restaurants. There's no footage on that, but we heard it was awesome. So we wanted to put that out as a tip for number 2. And then also tip number 3. Now, not everyone is cheesecake fans. Brooke, that's not even her favorite dessert is cheese. It's not cheesecake either. Mine it is. So I will tell you, if you do like cheesecake and you like Junior's, it's right across the street from the hotel. on 45th Street. So literally we walked downstairs, we went across the street, and there was Junior's.
Chocolate cake coming up! Four slices!
And
I was in heaven. I mean,
like Eric
love
says,
that
I don't
place.
even really care for cheesecake that much. Loved it. I
awesome.
miss Junior's cheesecake.
Yeah, it was awesome. So if you like cheesecake, another great feature of that hotel.
Yeah, my tip number 4 would be like how to get like your taxi or your Uber or something like that when you want to leave the hotel, because you are right on Times Square, and there's like, it's impossible if you want to actually try to get an Uber or a taxi when you're right on Times Square. And we figured that out one time. We called like an Uber, and it kind of just picked your, nearest location, and it picked a location kind of close to Times Square. And the Uber driver, he ended up having to call us and be like, I can't get to you. So we ended up having to like just go find this guy, and then it took us forever to get past Times Square. So my tip would be try to walk a little bit away from the hotel. Like I said, you're in between like 45th and 46th Street, and Times Square is like right on 7th Street. I'd maybe even say like walk away from Times Square, maybe walk to closer to 8th Street, and there's still a bunch of Broadway stuff, and there's still gonna be lots of people everywhere, so you don't really have to worry about that. Just walk maybe 1 block away from Times Square, and then maybe try to get your Uber or your taxi, because then you're gonna have a little bit more flow of traffic, otherwise you're just stuck there in traffic. So that was kind of hard getting a ride when you're actually that close to Times Square.
Yeah. So that's our 4 tips for the hotel. Now, we do have a Patreon page, and we're trying to remind everyone of that because there's a whole bunch of information we liked about the hotel, a lot more information that we could put out there, more details. And that's why we did the Patreon page, because honestly, this video could be, 25, 30 minutes with just giving you tips and review. So we tried to separate that up. So if you want more details, you want a little bit more in-depth feedback on the hotel, check out our Patreon page. It's Graham's on a Road Trip. There will be a link in the description of this video for that. So highly recommend you go check that out. Definitely do that. But thank you so much for supporting our channel and supporting this video. We really appreciate it. And be sure to give us one of these.
Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, this is the end of the video. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more great content that is ready to come. Peace.